This is Week 6 Drive to Survivor presented by thehammer.bet. You should go to thehammer.bet right after you finish liking, subscribing, and watching this video and or podcast. Hammer.bet is where you want to be. Rob Pizzola, Cam Stewart coming off another loss in Survivor this week. If people are unfamiliar with the concept of the show, Rob and I try to sell Cam on a Survivor pick. So far, we've been too good at our sales pitch with faulty products, Rob.
I agree.
Yes.
No, you guys suck as salesmen. Like,
We're great.
Exactly.
We're selling you losers.
Yeah, actually, you are.
Let's take a step back here for a second. Beep, beep, as Costanza would say. Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, there you go.
Cam has the final selection here.
Cam's fault.
Okay? So
fault.
me and Pat have consistently been providing at least one winner on a weekly basis.
Wow, it's a survivor pool, Rob. That's strong.
Ultimately, Cam, you have settled on the loser in a lot of these weeks.
Okay, I got an idea. How about I try to pick a loser with the biggest favorite? We'll do the opposite of Survivor, or do we have to keep this concept? Can we change it? That's amazing. We're making people money by fading the Survivor pick as a big favorite. We're actually doing people a service.
I think we actually have to continue down the same path for that very reason. Like, we actually have to lock in a real Survivor pick so that people can go and bet the money line on the other side.
Okay, fair enough. Sounds good.
So the LA Rams? That sounds like fun.
What do you think?
Well,
too easy, but like, you want to get ballsy? Like, how about Eagles, Ravens?
Right. So, like, if we were in a real Survivor pool at this point, we're still alive, we probably would not take the Rams this week because they're going to be like, everyone's going to take the Rams this week, right? And you'd want to cheer for them to lose. So that's the only real argument against the Rams. But I think the Eagles are going to smoke the Cowboys this week.
I love that pick. You know what? You don't even have to sell me anymore, and I love it. Ballsy. So Dallas money line it is. I love the Eagles. You don't even have to sell me, Rob. I've already bought the product. You're like a Jehovah's Witness. You're already in my house giving me the spiel. I'm listening.
Listen, I'm going to give you the other side of things as well. The only problem with the Eagles is that if we pick the Eagles now, we can't use them again at any point this year. And guess what? They have a bye week next week. Week 8, they're home to Pittsburgh. Week 9, they're at Houston. Week 10, they're home to Washington. They're going to be double digits in every single one of those weeks, and we will not be able to use them.
How about Ravens?
Ravens on the road against the 4-1 Giants?
Okay. Well, you guys you're supposed to be selling me, but I seem to be saying, here's the thing about the Rams, Rob's right. Like, everyone will use them, but I don't even think the Rams are a good team. So maybe you get them out of the way. I don't know. Like, they're not losing to Carolina.
I know. I do like that Rob is still concerned about who we might have to use 3 weeks from now. We've been eliminated.
That's what he does. I told you. That's his the database. What do you call him? Gigabyte. Yeah, Gigabyte. Worry about things in the now, Gigabyte. Don't worry about the future. Let's worry about now.
If the thing is, I have a reputation in the sports betting industry.
As what? What's your reputation?
People think that I'm somewhat sharp in this space. If we go 18 weeks and we lose like 14 Survivor picks, it's not the best look for me overall.
What's my reputation as a stooge who just like gets hot? Like I love it.
I think you're known for your comedy, Kat. I think you're known as being like a down to earth.
I also take some pretty crazy picks a lot of the time. Sometimes I'm sharp and I could be dull once in a while too, right? Like, I don't sharp dull, like, you know.
I mean, listen, if we hadn't burned the Packers as our only winner a couple of weeks ago, we could have used the Packers this week as well against the Jets. That would have been an option. I don't know if you like that.
I kind of like the Jets to cover in that game, but you're right. Packers shouldn't lose the game, but okay, Pat, you know what? You're a captain of this ship too. You and Pizzola, you throw it a couple to me, and I'll make a decision.
I'm throwing out the Rams. This is just like it was in Week 1 when Rob talked you off of Baltimore into like 4 losers. Every other pick he gave, it was a loser.
Thank you. Yeah, I have a reputation.
Reputation for being sharp. It's not that I lost, Cam. It's that I was on the right side.
I love this guy. Honestly, this is amazing.
Hey, Rob lost the Bengals in Week 1. I still maintain that was a very good Survivor.
It doesn't matter. It lost. I don't care. Like, in the end, do I get my friggin' commies money back with Washington because Carson Wentz made a mistake at the goal line? It doesn't matter. We lost.
Rob's out here paying his mortgage with CLV.
I also have a bone to pick with Pat, who recommended Jacksonville last week. I tried hard with the Bucks. I tried hard.
Yeah, I'll give you that. You did try. Yeah, that was
Cam was even making the pirate noises.
He
was doing the pirate bit, everything. He was so on board with Bucks. I guess I didn't make a good enough case last week, unfortunately. Well, actually, the truth is Cam naturally will gravitate to cats whenever that's an.
It's true. How was my cat parlay last week? I went 1-4. I think I had the Lions, Bengals. The Bengals actually covered, but every other cat lost. Jaguars lost, right? Lions lost, and
Panthers.
Oh, lost. Panthers. Oh, yeah, the Panthers. My cats were like basically they got rabies. Oh, they were horrible.
So you guys, So you're using the Eagles, Cam?
No, I'm actually going to change. I'm going to recommend the Rams as well. Me and Pat are both recommending the Rams, Cam, and now it's on you to decide whether you're going to heed that recommendation or you're going to pivot somewhere else.
I'll go use the Rams. It's safe. You know, no embarrassing. You know how much this hurts me and pains me to use such a weak, lackluster, flavorless pick in the Rams. Like, it's just so vanilla. But you know what? I think the Giants will win, and I think Phillies win. Give me the Rams. Okay, you know what? Actually, I want to use the Rams because I never want to hear about this team for the rest of the year. I hate them. I have San Francisco to win the division, so like I don't want to talk about this team anymore.
I get it. I personally think you didn't want to use the Rams because you wanted to do an Eagle or Raven sound effect.
But as you know, with the microphone and the system I have, it usually cuts out, and that's a problem that we're working on. So maybe we can get another podcast to work on animal sounds. But I'm going to say this: we're going to take the Rams, and if Carolina wins this game, I think we should all jump through a window or like do something really stupid on camera, like Jackass style, because that would be insane. If the Panthers win this game, Patrick, what do we do? Like, do I eat something that's poisonous or like something very
you have to
cool,
you have to get into a cage with a real panther.
That'd be kind of interesting, yeah.
All right, so let's go Panthers then. We're taking the Rams. In Drive to Survivor for Week 6. Catch us every single week, myself, Cam, and Rob, up on the hammer.bet, and you should sub to this podcast, sub to this video. Smash like while you're here as well. I'm Pat Mayo, and we will see you next week.